Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mark Shelf Space, and today I'm taking a look at Venom number 9, the current run by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. And I'm just going to go over the book, see what I think the grade is before I send it out to CGC. So stick around and let's take a look at the book. Alright, so here's the book out of the bag. And the first thing I do is take a look at the corners and the spine. Alright, so here's the top left corner. You'll notice there's a standard bindery tear on the top left corner. I haven't seen CGC, in my experience, it doesn't appear that they ding the grade for this because it's considered a production defect. And then looking down the spine here, I don't see any noticeable ticks. And the bottom left corner looks pretty good as well. Sometimes what I'll see on these newer books inside the barcode here will be like brown or black. You know, it's just dirt or books that were sit on top of it rubbed onto the barcode. So a lot of times what I like to do is just clean that out with just a white pencil eraser. And we'll look at the top right corner. Here's the top right corner. It looks okay. There is a very slight discoloration at the point there where you can see some white, and that's just likely due to the corner having been bumped at some point and bent and stressed. And down the book here, so bottom right corner looks pretty good as well. Something else I like to do on these books, especially the newer books with the kind of paper that they're produced with, is just take a look for any kind of finger bends or creases in the cover where somebody may have inadvertently grabbed it and done damage to the cover. I don't see any here. So this cover looks pretty good. If there's some minor waves in there, I mean, that's expected with the paper that these are produced with. So I always give these a press before I send them off because it just helps to flatten out the paper. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the book. Alright, so inside the book here, what I like to look for is on these corners, see if there's any color rub, because I'm pretty convinced that if there is, on the front and the back covers, if there's rub on the inside, that CGC will dock points for that. It may be a combined rub, but I've had a book come back a 9.6 and there's nothing wrong with it other than some color rub on the corner, at least what I saw. So I don't see anything wrong there. I'll flip through the book here and just make sure all the pages are intact. And there's no tears. Yeah, if the book's been read, let's look to see if I see any finger bends in the light here when I turn the pages, but I don't see any right now. Try not to make any myself. Not a huge deal as long as they're minor finger bends, because again, like if you give the book just a quick humidity bath and a press, it'll typically get those out. So everything looks good so far. The other thing I look for, I think we're about to get to it here, is the digital sticker. So I've heard, see it's intact there. I've heard if it's not intact, sometimes CGC will put a note on the case that says digital code redeemed or digital sticker missing or something like that. But I did send in an Amazing Spider-Man #4, the first appearance of Silk, that had the sticker removed, and they didn't put any notes about that on the book. I just feel that hurts the resale value. I mean, it shouldn't, but it's just one of those things with like the green label, you know, where people, for whatever reason, they just don't want to buy the book because something happened on the inside. And we'll get to the end of it here. And so like I said, I like to look here just to make sure there's nothing on the inside corners. I mean, that looks good to me. It's only black. On the back here, there's these covers, unfortunately, you know, with the black on the back, a lot of times I'll see some color rub. And so here you can see by the staple, very commonplace for color rub. I do see a little bit of color rub there. But then going up the book here, I don't see any color rub there. That corner looks good. And that corner looks good as well. So just a little bit of color rub here. But in my opinion, I don't think that's enough to bring the grade down to a 9.6. I mean, I've seen worse color rub than that get a 9.8. Personally, stuff I've got back. So overall, my opinion of this book is it would grade a 9.8. See if I'm correct. I'm going to send this out to CGC here in the next week or so. And we'll see what happens when it comes back, if I was right or not. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this, like the video. If it helped you out, let me know. And I'll look forward to putting out some new content shortly. Thanks.